The US defense official says Turkish authorities have closed the airspace around the Incirlik airbase in Adana in southern Turkey. The US, of course, deploys planes from that base to launch airstrikes on ISIS targets in Syria. The official says the Turkish military will keep the airspace closed until it brings the area fully under government control following the coup attempt. Well, Pentagon Correspondent Barbara Starr is following this and joins me now live. Barbara, as far as I understand it, the power is still out right now at that airbase and US citizens are being told not to go there. It sounds like a very fluid situation.
Well, it's pretty confusing at this hour, Linda. The airbase does remain shut down. The U.S. military operations there not flying. About 1,500 U.S. military personnel. They're now, we are told, on generator power because the power's also been cut. Apparently, the Turkish government still today has some concerns about the full loyalty of Turkish military Air Force personnel in that area, and that the government is in full control of, in fact, the airspace. So the understanding that the U.S. has, officials are telling us, is that the airspace around Incirlik remains shut down. U.S. aircraft fly those ISIS missions out of there. They conduct airstrikes just across the border into northern Syria. That is not happening until airspace is opened back up. Any planes that were out on a mission are being permitted to come back to Incirlik and land, but no takeoffs. Officials are telling us if this does go on for a while, and they really don't know when the Turks are going to reopen it, they will shift operations so that planes can launch from other locations. That ISIS should not take any comfort in this, obviously, is the U.S. position. But certainly it is the first potentially real implication of the Turkish coup on U.S. military operations, Linda.
We know, of course, at least one of the military choppers from Turkey has made it to Greece with some military personnel trying to seek asylum there. No doubt it would take some time for Turkey to account for all its helicopters and planes and tanks.
Well, yeah, and I think that's a terrific point because, you know, perhaps the coup attempt was not fully planned out as a full-scale military operation, but you raise an excellent point. If you look at it just from the military nuts and bolts, these coup plotters were able to get access to Turkish tanks, possibly aircraft, weapons. They were on bases. They were able to drive this stuff off of Turkish military bases. It suggests that there was perhaps more of an organization behind this than just what we've seen in front of television cameras last night, because that does take some full effort. And I think it should be said, the U.S. military, U.S. pilots, certainly would not want to fly in airspace themselves when they're not exactly sure who is up there flying and what their loyalties may be. This is just basic military command and control in a NATO country, let's remember. So U.S. pilots are military pilots, probably amongst the most disciplined in the world in their practices. They're going to want to know exactly who's up there as well.
Yeah, no doubt. Barbara Starr, is always great to have your analysis
Thanks,
on this
Linda.
situation.
Bye.
Thank you.